परम सुखदम केवलम ज्ञानमूर्तिम द्वंद्वातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं तत्समस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षीभूतं भावातीतं गगनसदृशं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. By the grace of Universal Master Sachidananda Paramatma, which is omnipresence, omnipotent, only consciousness, only love, only life, existing in the millions of the galaxies, uncountable, and the billions and billions universes, uncountable, uniformly and everywhere. Because He is only existence and He is only consciousness. He knows everything. He knows everyone. He knows every feelings of everyone. So for the lovers and seekers, He comes in the form of Satguru, Master. Krishna is an enlightened master and avatara also. Because sometime he comes as a avatar and all time he stands as a Satguru. My dear friend, by the inspiration and service of the Sadguru, I am taking the 16th verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. यततो ह्यापि कौन्तेय पुरुषस्य विपश्चितः इंद्रियाणि प्रमाथीनि हरन्ति प्रसभं मनः. यततः हि अपि कौन्तेय पुरुषस्य विपश्चितः इंद्रियाणि प्रमाथीनि हरन्ति प्रसभं मनः. यततः, it means the person who is doing efforts, effortful person or effortfulness. He, because the attachment remaining and detachment and not presence. So, api, although, also, purushasya, that person's vipashyitaha, it means the intellectuality. Indriyani, the sensory organs, pramathini, because they are the sensory organs, they are making like a storm, like a very speedful mixer type. Haranti, they can took away. Prasabham, it means by the forcefulness. Mana, it means mind. My dear Arjun, Because the sensory organs hungers and their thirst, they have very, very powerfulness. So, the person who has not detached from these sensory organs input and outputs, that's why the sensory organs fast flowing with the powerful flowing, they kidnap the intellectuality of a person and they kidnap the mind. It means they snatch the mind and involve in the thirst. My dear friend, that is the worldly meaning of this stanza. All of you knows that the Krishna is the greatest master of the world. And he is telling to Arjuna, by his mercy, the spiritual secrets, because the Krishna want to pull out Arjun from the Maya. Any person who take the birth on this earth by the mother's womb, he surely and certainly will be caught in the mesmerism and hypnotism of Maya. Even God and Goddess also. The heavenly persons also. The many, many planets, so they are supreme planets, they person also. My dear friend, the person who has no enlightenment, who has no complete awareness, he is called a complete blind and illusionary person, that is called Ajnani. His sensory organs is so much powerful as a rivers of the mountain. You see the rivers of the mountain, Alaknanda, Jahannavi, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, and even the Brahmaputra in the upper side in the Himalaya. You cannot put your feet in that river. If you put your feet, you will be flow. You will be go with that forceful flow. So, the person who has no detachment, who has no awareness, who has no enlightenment, that person's sensory organs are so fast like a mountain rivers. And very powerful also. If you go near the Gangotri, in the Gomukh, and if you go in the Badrinath, if you go in the Chamoli, you cannot swim in this river, that rivers. My dear friend, the mind, the intellect, they are forcefully attracted by this powerful attraction of the sensory organs. That is the very, very highly electromagnetic power. We can say that is the psychological electric, psycho-electro-electric magnetic power. person cannot do anything if he is not aware, he is not detached. As you can touch the electricity, why without any gloves, rubber gloves? And if you come 1 meter distance of the 21 kilowatt high power extension line, that line can catch you and burn you and destroy you. So the same thing is here. The person is helpless. But my dear friend, your constitution makers do not know. Your society do not know why a good person attendantly involved in the bad activities. They do not know. They are imposing the rules and regulation, but they never try to change the person's awareness. So that's why your all constitutions broken by the clever persons. Because they are so hungry with the sensory organs hungers, they never care the constitutions, laws, punishment or the jail. Because they have no consciousness at the time when they are coming in the sensory organs high speed stimulations. My dear friend, there is nothing alternative to free from this type of very fast flow of stimulation. That's why every person more and less involved in the sensory organs subject and inputs. My dear friend, the previous stanza, the Krishna was telling to the Arjuna that the sensory organs are never controlled by the Hatha Yoga. Never controlled by the Hatha Yoga. And in the Ramacharita Uttarkand, the verse number 217, there is Chopai Indriya Dwara Jharoka Nana. In your sensory organs doors, there are very, very powerful forces are sitting. They want to stop your awareness. They want unenlighten your lamp. So my dear friend, Pramathini is a very, very meaningful word. Your efforts cannot be success because this achievement is effortless effort. This meditation is effortless effort. So the Ramayana says, Koti Koti Muni Yatan Karahi Ant Ram Kahu Avat Nahi. Koti Koti, millions and millions. Munis, it means the very good seekers and practitioners of the divinity. They do the yatana. Yatana is, it means they do efforts toward enlightenment, but the last stage of liberation, which is Antarama, it means the last stage of presence of existence in every particle, Ramanti iti Rama, that is not comes in the knowing. Because the efforts they are always fail without the detachment, and that detachment techniques comes only by the enlightened master. If you start this detachment, but you will not success, and you will fail like the Abhimanyu, because you do not know the complete technique. So, this last achievement of enlightenment, this Atma Rama, you cannot get, because your sensory organs subject and stimulations and inputs and outputs, they are so attractive, sweet and chemical effective, as a person cannot stop his beard growing, because the testosterone is responsible for the beard's growing, and the progesterone is the responsible for the female organs development. So these sensory organs, they never stop by your efforts. If you put imli, it means the any type of any special type of food. In India we say imli. If you put the imli near the mouth of anyone, the saliva glands secret the saliva, that nobody can control it. In the childhood, my some friend do a technique in India. In the marriage, the person play the sehnai by the mouth, that is like a flute, sehnai. Now all the world knows about sehnai, and that my friend take the imli. Imli is the momentum type fruit, very sour type, and eating the singer of sehnai, the saliva goes to the sehnai and sehnai stop. So that is an example. You cannot stop the chemical changes in your body. Nobody can stop his oldness or youngness, or nobody can stop the body changes. So my dear friend, if you cannot stop your sensory organs hunger, because if you take birth, you need food. If you take birth, you need sleep. If you are taking birth, you need drinking water. My dear friend, that's why the speedfully, strongly and chemically governing your sensory organs, hungers and input and output, that you cannot stop. I want to tell a real story of my life. I was the servant of my master. I was in the service of my master, and I went with the master to a village of Chhatarpur, district Chhatarpur, Madhya Pradesh, India. And in the noon, when all the seekers and all servants of the masters, they went to the different homes for the food, lunch. I also went to a person's house for lunch, and there was a vegetable, there was a dish, the dry dish of bananas, not ripe, unripe bananas, and I like that dish. The taste was very good. So when I was eating the food, I asked more banana dish because that was finished in my plate. And my senior spiritual person was standing behind me. He just interrupted me and tell, are you coming here for eating bananas dish, or are you coming here for enlightenment? Even I was doing the sakshi, even I was doing the meditation, but at that moment I was attracted in the taste of that dish. So my dear person, my dear friend, the person cannot do anything if he is not detached from the sensory organ sanga. And detachment comes very keen meditation and very keen and attentive awareness. Otherwise the detachment do not come. My dear friend, even that person was my very, very well-wisher, and he interrupted me, and by his interruption, very fast I reach in my place of Sakshi, and I give the thanks to the existence which is presence in that senior person. My dear friend, you know the Vishwamitra. The Vishwamitra was a very great rishi. But he was not enlightened because he was not Brahmagyani, because he was not completely aware. So a lady come in the life of Vishwamitra. The name was Manika. Manika was not bad lady like the Surpanakha, because I see in my life some Surpanakhas also comes, but Manika is good than Surpanakha. The Vishwamitra was attracted to the Manika, and Vishwamitra was forgotten his path of enlightenment, his journey of enlightenment, and involved in the worldly lust with the Manika. You can think the Vishwamitra was the tenacity, the practitioner of tenacity from 1 million years. 1 million years. And he was fall down. You are very, very lucky. You are not fall down like Vishwamitra. So, the sensory organs, attraction and magnetic power is very, very high. Sometimes the Sadguru give you the very, very hard treatment, and some persons, they are they can bear this treatment, so they can stay to the Sadguru and their journey become fast. But some persons, they are comes in the ego, and when Sadguru says some hard words, they start to fight with the Sadguru and destroy his journey, destroy their journey. So my dear friend, your efforts and your practices, they cannot save you. Only the Sadguru's attention and the love and the Sadguru's care that can save you. There is many examples of the great seekers and rishi munis in this Indian history of spiritual science. They are fall down. Vishwamitra 1, Vishwamitra, Menaka, they fall down by the Kama. Durvasa fall down by the Krodha. Jamadagni fall down by the Krodha. Narad fall down by the Moha, Phantasm. Jadbharat fall down by the fake love of deer. And in the history of India, there are thousand of stories of fall down of great persons also. So it is proof the sensory organs forces and sensory organs hunger and sensory organs stimulation and sensory organs attractions like a magnet, they have very big power. And you cannot save yourself if you have no master's support and guidance. That's why the intellectual persons, the intelligent persons, the persons who is teaching in the colleges and the universities, and they are doctors or they are engineers or they are scientists, if you see, they are caught in the bad habits. Even the sannyasis, even the big priest, even the mathadishas, even the mahamandeshwar, even the pithadishwars, they are all fallen in this maya. I see many doctors, they are smoking. I see many professors, they are drinking the wine. I see many engineers, they are telling the lie. And I see many lawyers, they are taking the shelter of the lie, and they say that this is our profession. This is our profession. They do not see what is right and what is wrong, who is accused and who is innocent. They say this is the decidation of the court, not mine. If the liar will come to the lawyer, they will take the liar as their client. So my dear friend, I see the many persons, they have a big name and fame in this world, but their personal life is not that type. They are completely unaware, and they are living in the phantasm and mesmerism of the Maya. I see many brahmacharis. They can save their brahmacharya in the day, but in the night, in the dream, they are completely fit. My dear friend, a very slightly the karta bhav, very slightly the doerness, and the ego of the doing and ego of the doer, that is the directly proportional to you are breaking the sakshi, you are breaking the witnessing, and you are breaking the awareness. And the slightly 1 second or 2 second missing from the awareness, that can be give you a very big harm, and maybe that maybe become you unconsciousness, and that unconsciousness may be very long. I see in the Singhastha, the holy persons, so-called holy persons, they fighting for the order of the bath in the river. They tell we are greater than other, we will bath first. And I see in that Kumbha and Singhastha, the holy persons fight each other. I see in other countries, holy places, they do very bad crime in the influence of the sensory organs flow. I don't want to tell anything. You can see the internet, the every religion's history, then you can understand. Some time ago, in the Swarna Mandira, Amritsar, there was a news in the newspaper 1.5 years ago. The Sikh holy persons, they was fighting by the swords in the Swarna Mandira. So my dear friend, if the attachment will not break, then you will be feel unbalanced, and you will be feel unconsciousness, and by this sensory organs attractions. My dear friend, I see many persons, they are so-called holy persons, not one or two, many persons. They are detention in the jails by the grace of the goddesses. The goddesses send them jail. So my dear friend, by this sensory organ hunger, anything can be possible. I see many persons, they want to earn money and they speak lie with their disciples. I see many persons, they show the tricks of the magic, and the innocent people think that they are a very big siddhas, they are very great holy masters. My dear friend, this avidya is not less to showing you the magic. Why are you showing the magic? My dear friend, that persons, the holy persons showing the magic by the tricks of the hands, you can understand the persons are doing the play of mind and their sensory organs, completely making fool them. The sensory organs completely making fool them. My dear friend, the person take the sannyas. Person take the sannyas for knowing the enlightenment, for extending the enlightenment, for knowing the existence, but unfortunately they are caught in even sannyasa, in the gorakh dhandas, in the propagandas. My dear friend, I want to say very wrong things is going on in the name of the religions and spirituality and divinity. If I tell clearly, many person will become my enemy. So I am not telling the clearly, I am telling in the short, that person, the holy persons, they have no merit persons. How the big number of sannyasis, they are coming. Where from they are coming? I on my ears hear the many sannyasis, they are talking about the skill of the theft of the small child from the various cities. I see by my own here. My dear friend, I cannot do anything because all the influence of that persons have with the ministers, officers, judiciary, politics and governance. But I only say that you are better than that sannyasis. I want to say, if you do any effort, if you become the DSC of any college and PhD, and you become the Vice Chancellor of any college, you become the President or Prime Minister of any nation, you become the greatest Mahamandleshwar or the Pithadishwar or the biggest religious authority, and you can do the reading, orating, chanting, yagyas, puja, yoga, pranayama, samadhi, you do any type of sadhana, but you cannot conquer this strongest sensory organs. So, it is better than doing. You should see all the mechanism in the Sakshi meditation, and when you see the miraculous effect of Sakshi meditation, you can detach from all these things. The Sadguru is using the intellectual person, Buddhiman Purusha, because Sadguru telling you that Buddhiman Purusha, the intellectual person, is completely failed in the spirituality. Because your own intellectuality is the agency of the Maya, your mind is the agency of the Maya, and in the spirituality, that is called foolishness. Your intellectuality is called foolishness in the spirituality. So, by your doing, nothing result will come, but by the grace of the Master and the guidance of the Master, Master teach you something beyond the doing. Master teach you something the doing but doing less, the choiceless awareness. The Master teach you some doing that can stand you in the being. So that is sloka is indicating you the Sakshi meditation of awareness. My dear friend, your doing will push you in the death and birth cycle. But if you do, as the Sadguru teach you meditation, then your attachment, that is the biggest disease inside of your mind, that will be eradicated, that will be cured. My dear friend, this asakti, this attachment, not only in one subject or one sensory organ, this sakshi can eradicate all, but this asakti is the millions types of modes and examples. So I want to tell, please understand, more than more, in short I am telling to you, this is the key, and make on yourself as a laboratory, as a analytic place, and see inside every minute change, and used to be seeing, used to be sakshi. The the Valmiki Ramayana says in the first chapter 29 verse, Brahmanda Vishnu, Brahma Rudra Vishnu ki and Trisapta Kulha Sanyukta Sarva Papa Vivarjita Prayati Ram Bhavanam Yatna Gatvana Shochate. If you will come out from all the illusion of the mind that is called a thought, that you can be liberated, but there also the need of the master's assistance. My dear friend, I know all of you do not want the enlightenment because you do not know the enlightenment. You are completely without any introduction with the enlightenment. Even you do not know the Atma, even you do not know the ego, even do not know the mood, even do not know the intellect or mind. But this is your unknowing. This is your ignorance. Can be converted or transformed into the all-knowing if you listen me carefully and you follow me carefully and you applied my instruction of meditation in your life. But I know the maximum person, they want to know, they do not want to know this thing because my lifetime is also short and I have no means, I have no tools, I have no persons to spread this meditation all over the world or spread this education, its significance of this meditation out of the world. But I hope one day will come, then most of person will know the importance of this meditation. But I am telling, if you do not want enlightenment, don't worry. If you will do this meditation of awareness honestly, then within 4 or 5 months, you will feel that a wonderful washing inside of you. Your all tensions, negativities, worried and dilemmas and disturbing elements, they will be go away. And you will be stand in the peaceful condition, even not enlightenment, but you will be stand in the peaceful condition and tensionless condition and worriedless condition. That is a not a small achievement, that is a big achievement. In this condition, you will never fall in the diseases which comes by the tensions and the worried. You say, the doctor says to the patient, heart patient, blood pressure patient, sugar patient, please do not take tension. Please do not take tension. But patient has no any skill, has no any type method that he can avoid the tensions. But I am giving this method, the Sakshi meditation of awareness. You will be safe from tension created diseases, and miraculous immune power will be developed inside of you by the Sakshi meditation of awareness. Then what will be happen? You will never go to the hospitals for bypass surgery or the blood pressures after effect. You will never fall in the paralysis by the blood pressures hike, and you will not face the brain hemorrhage by the blood pressure or the diabetes. You will not face the gangrene by the effect of the severe diabetic condition. My dear friend, you are giving a lot of money to the doctors for treatment, diagnosis, screening, pathological test, pre-operation care, operation theatres expenditure, and post-operation care. But I am not taking anything, any money, any fees. You can give them money. You can give them time. You can give them all your energy. But you are not giving even the attention in my teachings. What can I do? If you attentively do this meditation, then you will get the very nice physical health, and you can save a lot of money for unnecessary expenditure, and you can prevent by unnecessary pain. My dear friend, if a person do the Sakshi meditation of awareness, he becomes worriedless and tensionless. Then why he got in the schizophrenia? Because the schizophrenia is the cause of the extra burden on mind. So the person can save from the mental diseases, schizophrenia and hyperness and guilt and phobia comes by the fear, because he can see everything, every minor change in his internal sight, so he can save himself. So all the mental diseases like schizophrenia, like phobia, like mania, like depression, like suicide, like the Bismic mind, like the half mind, like a dual personality, like a breaking of personality, like a hyper angriness or the anxiety of the mind, they will be never come in your life. That is not a small achievement of this meditation. Third thing is that when you do this meditation, you can see your anger which is coming inside of you, and you can detach from anger, and anger creating negative crimes, murder, killing, etc., that will not comes in your life. That will not comes in your life. My dear friend, if you do this meditation, then you will never go in the police station, you will never go in the court trial, you will never go in the office of advocate, you will never go in the humiliations in the jail or the punishment or beating or crying, because all the foolishness will be removed by this meditation. You will never caught in the anger. Anger will come and you see and detach from the anger. In this stanza, the Krishna is telling same thing. The detachment must be essential. The same thing with the greed. If you do this meditation, the greediness will never affect it on you. The greediness will come, then you can see the greediness and detach from the greed, and you never caught in the any type of economic crime. Any type. Drug trafficking, money tracking, hawala, commission, conspiracies, economic conspiracies, partiality, prejudiceness in economy, robbery and robbery, they will not come in your life. So you will become a morally honest and pure person in all the dimensions of the life. My dear friend, when you do this meditation, if the lust is coming, you can see the lust and you can detach yourself from the lust and the flow of the mountain river. That is Krishna tell, that cannot be flow you, because you will be stand in the bank of the river, you will never caught in the stream of the river. So my dear friend, when lust come, you detach from lust. Lust comes and goes, and you will not abuse any woman, you will not attack on any woman, you will not sexually harass any woman, you will not involve in the rape, you will not involve in the beating or insulting any woman. My dear friend, today I am coming from the market place. A woman was telling on the loudspeaker, he want to telling that women's awareness, we want to save the women, the child girls and other. We want to fight against the liquor habits, the drinking habits. I was there and I told to a person, you cannot change this world by this method, because the root is responsible for this crime, and that root is unawareness. The root is not that you will be make a procession against the crime, you will make a procession against the liquor, and the people will stop the drinking and people will stop the crime. If it is possible that the society is already changed, but why the society is not changed? Because you are not ready to remove the root cause of this crime against women. And root cause is that is called lust. And lust when go, then you will come in the awareness. Second thing she is telling about the wine. I ask a question. Why the governments, the provincial governments and the central governments, they are giving the permit and the permission to sell the wine in every cities, every location? That government do not knows that wine is wrong. The government do not knows that wine is make a person like a rascal. Why they selling? For the taxes and benefit, for the revenue. It means they can provide the poison for their benefit of revenue. But the wine drinking, this habit cannot go away by the processions and by the movements and by these activities. Because the college professors, the doctors, engineers, the scientists, the highly educated persons, they are drinking wine in the name of the aristocracy, in the name of the higher society norms. They are not fool. They are very wise in comparison of you. Because you are not become a small officer, they are big officers, they are big intellectual person of your society, but they are taking the wine, they are taking the smoking cigarettes. So that cannot be changed. Your all methods are failed, and only the Sakshi meditation of awareness is never fail. So I decide by this meditation we will make the individual person very good, and the individual person will make family very good, The family will make the society very good, and society will make the nations very good when all nations are loving and brotherhood, because there is no lust. There is no lust, there is no ego. There is no ego, there is enlightenment. There is no greed, there is no anger. There is physical health very nice, mental health very nice. This type of complete persons and this type of complete nations, they will never fight to each other. And there is no need of huge expenditure of the army and defense system. And you can save a lot of money and use in the welfare of the planet, like the forestation, balancing the greenhouse gases. You can stop the global warming. You can serve the poor and needy person of this world. My dear friend, these all perspectives I see, and I decide that we will spread this meditation all over the world in the name of World Peace by Meditation. This is our mission. And this meditation is completely non-religious meditation, non-prejudiced meditation, no caste, no creed, no nationality. This meditation is the global meditation for all humans of this world. So my dear friend, we can say this is the global meditation for world peace. Please join us, learn this meditation. Come in our camps, our incoming camps in Delhi 24 July 2016. Our second camp in the 6 hour for New Jersey, and then Puerto Rico, 2 camps in 17 November and 22 November and 25 November, our camp in New York, the prime city of New York, in the Times Square, near the Times Square. My dear friend, all of you invited in this type of camp. And never prejudice by the blind persons, because they do not know. They do not know me, they do not know my miraculous gift for this world. Love you very much. Thank you very much. We are one heart, one soul, one life. Thank you.